Hi, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Casa Refine. I'm Jorge. Today I'm going to transform this cabinet I found on Facebook Marketplace for $50 into my espresso coffee bar cabinet. It was a great deal considering this is, for the most part, solid wood with the exception of the interior shelves and the back panel, which has this cutout which probably was used for a TV at some point. I need it to be inspiring, I need it to be moody, and I need it to have personality. And if you've been following along for some time, you know that I started this project a couple of months ago. The first thing I did was strip it down to the raw wood, which came with its challenges. Oh my goodness. The wind is not cooperating at all. Literally the amount, oh, you're about to fall over. Essentially, I used the old oven cleaner technique, and it, of course, worked perfectly fine to get it to this natural raw wood, which I absolutely love. And after a bit of sanding, and more sanding, well, I got it to this beautiful finish. Deep breath. We are inside now. The wind is still crazy out there. No major injuries. I've created my own little paint wash using just some old brown paint that I have and really watered it down. And I'm gonna apply it to pretty much the exterior of the cabinet and the doors. We still want that wood grain peeking through. Not shabby chic, nothing wrong with that, but that's not the look here. There we go. Just take that rag, wipe off any excess with just a light coat to make the color a bit more cohesive. There we go. Of course, we can't forget the door fronts. Nice and easy. It's finally time to get this coffee bar complete. So today I'm going to finish this off with a clear coat, and we are going to finally address and finish the interior and make it look sexy. First things first, let's go ahead and replace the back. As you can see, there's like a big cutout, which this was probably used as a TV cabinet at some point, would be my guess. So let's go ahead and replace that back panel. In preparation for paint, I think it'll make my life a lot easier by removing all of the doors and hardware. So I just did some prep and I am ready to do some painting. So for the interior, actually the most beautiful wallpaper has arrived for this piece. It took me a while to find one that I liked. It's going to be very special, but there are going to be some areas where it's not going to have wallpaper. So I've gone ahead and purchased this brown spray paint that will pair nicely with the wallpaper. If the vision comes together, it'll work out, but let's go ahead and spray paint the interior of this. I think the shells will also be this brown color. I'm hoping it works out. If not, it's just paint. I could just paint over it. Starting off with some primer first. Here is the spray paint I'll be using. The color is brown by Rust-Oleum. I think this will complement the wallpaper quite nicely. So a couple coats of this after applying this primer. Last night I finished applying a couple coats of the primer, the brown paint. Now I just need to apply some clear coat. Protect the finish. Now I'm going to work on the doors and the shelves. I ordered some light for the cabinet and some a little hardware. I want to do a little shelf, which we'll get to it in a minute. Next, I'm going to apply a protective clear coat to the exterior of the wood. I really want to embrace the natural raw wood of this piece, so I was a bit nervous applying a protective clear coat, but with that wash that I gave the wood earlier, I think that helps maintain the lightness of the piece as I apply this water-based polyurethane in a matte finish. So the sealer is dry, but before I hang the doors back up, let's put up some wallpaper in here. I think it'll be easier that way. And as you know, it's been quite the process to get to this point. So let's do a wallpaper reveal. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. They're horses. Honestly, this is not something I would expect myself to use, but let's have fun here. I think I want this just to be special. I do love the neutralness of it all. I love the color. It's sort of this like brown, warm tone, and the horses are kind of cute. I think it's going to be a perfect addition for the coffee bar. And this is from a brand I found online via an Instagram called Wall Blush, and this is their Luxe Peel and Stick wallpaper. I've never actually installed wallpaper before, although I have installed contact paper, so I'm thinking it's going to be a similar process. So I need to cut these down, lay them out, make sure it's going to work out, and start putting them on there. Installing this peel and stick wallpaper is taking a bit longer than expected. This cabinet is full of little crevices and there are a couple of details in there that I have to work around, so I'm making sure that I am measuring things out properly, that they are going to align, so all of these little things are adding up. But overall, it's quite smoothly to install, just peel and stick, as the name calls for it, I guess. I thought I would do something different for the door panels. I could easily just install that same peel and stick wallpaper, but I think we could elevate the overall experience of the piece by introducing a new material, something that would complement the overall vibe, so maybe some leather. So I purchased some of this faux ostrich leather, I believe. The dark color will overall complement the color palette of the piece. Update, so I brought the cabinet indoors. Of course, I still need some hardware, which we'll install in a moment, but I want to show you the inside here. As you can see, here is that leather, faux leather texture. It just feels so nice. And then one thing I did off camera is I installed this sort of guardrail. This is shelf railing that is in polished, I want to say nickel. And I think it just adds a little detail to the piece, a bit of architectural interest. I think it works well with the horses and all of that. I will be mixing some metals here. Don't look at the wallpaper too closely. It's not perfect. It's my first time putting up wallpaper, but I do love it. I'm very impressed with it. Same thing in the bottom. Another thing that I did is I installed lighting for the cabinet. So if you can maybe see, there's some LED strips that I ran through the entire top part of the cabinet at least. So let's turn it on so you can see. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! I did not add lighting to the bottom, given that it's just going to be for storage and I will not be accessing that much. The top is where the magic will happen. But we're not done quite yet, as I've sourced these cabinet poles from Ellisworks, which they're a Brooklyn-based hardware studio known for timeless sculptural pieces. I think their hardware feels really elevated and thoughtfully made, with a strong focus of craftsmanship and materiality. I went with the Nostra knobs in the verdigris finish, which has this beautiful blue-green patina inspired by aged copper. Since each one is hand finished, no two are exactly alike, and I love how they each add depth, texture, and just a more collected feel to the cabinet. They feel very heavy and I absolutely love these. And with that finishing touch, I'm pretty much done with this cabinet. So I'm bringing in my Meraki espresso machine, also the accessories, and a bit of styling to bring the character, to bring the personality to this piece, to this wonderful espresso coffee bar.
Looks like I'm listening closely. I didn't mean to say, maybe I'm out of my mind. Oh, how I wish I liked you. When you look at me like that. But if I'm honest, boy, you're wasting all my time. Oh, how I wish I liked you. And could look at you like that. Far from a lifetime, I don't.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of impressed with the result here. I think this piece is so special. As you know, I've been working on this for a couple of months. Thank you for your patience, by the way. Many of you have been following along via YouTube Shorts. I think this piece is such a special piece, and the fact that this used to be a TV cabinet, but now reimagined, giving it new life for a coffee bar. I feel like I see these all of the time on Facebook Marketplace, and feel free to buy one, reimagined its purpose. I think these have a lot of potential, and especially the fact that they're just really good quality, often solid and very sturdy. So a very wonderful piece that I think has lots of character, and I'm very inspired to continue making coffees on here. Now, I don't know if I'm being a little delulu here. For me, this feels very masculine. It kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know, maybe like a Buck Mason in a cabinet or something like that. I think it just feels very layered, collected. Even though I used to be a barista, I'm still not good at latte art, but I'm gonna practice, hopefully make a beautiful little heart or something. I still need to refill or fill these up with some syrups. I need to find some good syrups. If you have any recommendations, maybe some sugar-free options, maybe I'll make my own, but I think they need to be refrigerated. By the way, I still am loving my Meraki espresso machine. A little bit of a luxury, but it's doing amazing work. The coffees turn out fantastically. I really like rubbing my hands on this texture of the leather or faux leather. It's very appetizing. Very, very pleased with this overall. Let me know your thoughts on this piece. Do you think I went in the right direction with this? I'm so happy with this. Thank you again so much for watching this video. Hope that you enjoyed it, took away some ideas maybe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.